Greetings and salutations, everybody. It is I, the wonderful DM of this Strahd session, Lance Corporal Enemy narrator extraordinaire, and creator of apparently almost a lot of stories. Apparently, they just seem to be in the back of my head. Please, my player characters, introduce yourselves.
I am Diva Nightrose Goldsmith. I am playing as Elsensia Entorica, Ambassador from Baldur's Gate and Bard of Great Renown.
I am Miss Serena. I will be playing the Archfiend Wizard.
Warlock.
Warlock, sorry. What? My head. The Archfiend Warlock, Zoretta Raylon.
Rolaine.
My brain is mush.
It's okay, sweetie. It's okay.
I am Sevenagod 777. I will be playing the half-elf of Celestial Soul Sorcerer Soldar Elbon.
I am Ryasgon. I will be playing a Tiefling Paladin, Aurelius Dawnlight.
And for those wondering, yes, Chelsea is running late again because this is normal. If you have not expected this coming to these episodes, welcome. This will be a thing usually.
It happens. I was one late last time.
Yeah, this is true. This is very true.
Yep.
And with introductions out of the way, we shall begin where we left off last session, in which Soldar, Zareta, Vladislav, a acolyte, and Bella Corvinus were all sleeping in the same safe room, where a typewriter.
Did you mention Vladislav, or did I miss that?
I mentioned Vladislav.
He did.
In which they are all currently sleeping, taking a nice long rest. However, it is within this long rest that, for dear Soretta, she is currently tossing and turning. She is experiencing a nightmare of sorts. And within this nightmare, she sees her home, a ruined castle in Comir, in which their small little alcove was attacked. She is currently following along the blood trail of a couple of the members of her warlock coven, and it is then at the prison door of her mother's entombed study that she finds one acolyte that she knows is currently wounded. It is her best friend. There, it died. She then faints from perhaps even blood loss. As Soreta's eyes look at the broken down doors and iron bars.
Mummy?
It is then that something from and I take it you reach forward to push aside the door.
Yes. She moves further in, calling out her mom. Mummy?
It is then that you hear the faint sound of a squish, of the squeezing of flesh and the shattering of bone, as before you lies a man in a hooded cloak, guarded by two werewolves, and his arm is literally halfway inside of your mother's chest, her heart on the other side before crushing it. That's when it is then that the hooded figure hears your voice and looks at you, and the only thing you could see are those bright red eyes, and the pale pale skin and a blonde complexion.
I will remember your face. I will hunt you down till the day I die.
Oh my! And here I thought that all of you acolytes for this little coven of yours, as he holds up the eye of chaos, your coven's most prized possession, fruitless, actually. It is then that's another hooded person behind him literally yanks his shoulder. We gotta go. I shall remember you, you little one, as he then pulls his hand from your mother's chest and lets her just fall to the ground. Toodaloo! As
Mommy!
he and the three people disappear in a swirl.
He he runs after him. He what was that word you used to like when something is no use? There's a
It's
word
no
for it.
use.
Yes,
Useless.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
useless, unfortunately.
She runs to her mother's body. Mommy,
You see, Rose Roselia, Rosalie, Roselia,
Rosella.
Rosella, as you hold her in your arms, blood trickles down part of her, down the side of her mouth. Strahd, I'm so
Mister.
sorry. I didn't want any of this for you. Not, not Glenn, not this life. I, I, I wanted. It is then that when she said, I wanted, she then falls limp in your arms, having given her life fading due to shock and now blood loss.
Mommy. Mommy.
And it is then that you feel a hand on your shoulder, but it wasn't Giselle, your friend. You see the face of a very concerned man, and it was Vladislav waking you up. Are you alright?
It's nothing. It was just a bad dream. He tries to recollect herself.
I'm going to have Vladislav roll for charisma to see if he could, or insight rather.
It would be insight for. So that's a wisdom check.
All right.
Let me double check something real quick for you.
20.
Insight's a +3 for him.
Well, I mean, he has to be a captain.
Yep.
Yeah, he sees the. What's your passive perception? Miss, what's Serena or what's Miss Serena's passive perception?
It's a 10.
Yeah. He sees that you are definitely not okay, Miss Serena.
She
I'm-
tries to hide her own very nervous uh her nervous nature from him.
He tilts his head to the side with very concerned eyes. You, if you don't want to say anything, that's fine. It's just, he sighs. He then actually sits right next to your cot. You know, you remind me a lot of my younger siblings. Sometimes when they're scared.
I wasn't scared. I was just caught off guard. Nothing to worry about.
He then looks at you with a knowing look. Like you could tell by his facial features, he knows you're lying, but he's not saying anything. My little sister. She was a very, very shy girl. I remember her having nightmares after she saw our father. Well, he was butchering a pig, one of the pigs, in order to, as we're going to have some roast. She was having nightmares after watching our father do that. She had nightmares, as any little kid would. Showed up, and given, my chronic nightmares, I explained to her that they're just normal. And it's okay to voice it. You just gotta know when to voice it.
I had a dream about the last time I saw my mother alive, or barely alive. It was not pretty.
He
I can
nods.
feel life. I can feel the life draining out of her eyes. The last look I seen of her. The last look I will ever remember my mother by. A look of horror and despair.
He lets out a very deep but yet understanding sigh. Even though he may. I've seen that many times in my career as a guardsman. Even as a captain, it doesn't make the losses any better. You then see him pull out from behind his cloak, all the dog tags of his men. Some nights it never gets any easier. Before putting them back.
Sarah feels strangely comforted by that. Though she won't outright admit it.
He chuckles. You don't need to say anything, Miss Sarda. Just understand if you need someone to talk to in private, I'm always here for you.
Thanks, Vladislav. How have you been since last night?
Well, you then see him stand up and then just crack his back. Well, sleeping on the floor isn't really comfortable, but you know how it is with us knights and being chivalrous. He chuckles. And his eyes then drift towards the acolytes and his newfound cousin Bella, who are cuddling and sleeping on the cots, remembering how how hours prior she wanted to cuddle with him. So, getting used to the revelations of what's going on.
It must not have been easy on you, given not only your curse, but finding out you have extended family.
True. Too true. I should probably get the others up. We need to keep moving around the house and try to find a way to get out of here. You see that he has like a bit of concern in his step as he starts waking the others up. Sonar, wake up. Wake up, we gotta get moving now.
I'm fine. All right. Is there anything we need to worry about besides just getting out of here?
As far as I know, no.
Oh, good. Which means something will happen as soon as everyone's awake and ready. Well, no time like the present. Soldar proceeds to stand up.
He then walks over to the acolyte and his cousin. Ladies, it's time to get up. We gotta keep moving.
Vlad? Aren't you a sight for sore eyes?
He nervously chuckles. I guess I am to some people. Well,
Yes?
well, now that everyone's awake, Is the acolyte awake?
Oh, Lenore's sleeping like a log. She gets like this sometimes.
Then we should probably keep her locked up in here for the time being.
No. Wake her up.
Hold on 1 second. She then puts her lips. She basically puts her hands towards her mouth as if she's doing a call, but she's doing it right at Lenore's ear. Wake up!
Gosh! Bella, why'd you do that?
You were asleep. You were DOA again. You were practically dead to the world again. It was the only thing I knew.
Again?
Strahd gives a small chuckle at that.
This also gets a small chuckle from Vladislav. Please don't laugh at me, guys. Guys, it's embarrassing.
You officially are now always going to be needing a guard when we sleep.
Hey, I'm all grown up, you know. As she like a child, poutly puts her hands on her hips and just literally pouts at you, Soldar.
Soldar proceeds to put his hand to his forehead while chuckling. Sure.
It's then Vladislav just speaks up. All right, we've had our jokes. Come on, we need to get moving. Gotta find the others, and hopefully they're doing better than we are.
Odds are we're gonna see him right outside the door. Has everyone got everything we need from here?
There shouldn't be any surprises in here.
All right, then.
Bella then quickly snaps her fingers to see if there's anything else that this place has yet to reveal.
All right, have Bella roll a perception check then.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. I gotta pull up her stats real quick. Kitty, don't chew on that.
No, kitty.
No, kitty, that's a bad kitty.
That's actually a good Cartman impersonation.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perception check, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, that's hold on, gotta go to the dice roll. Mm-hmm. 8.
All right, so she feels that there's nothing save for like maybe one thing still in the trunk that's within the room. But that's more or less up to Bella whether or not she wants to reveal it, because she does not sure if it's needed or not.
Do any of you wish to open that? That's the first time I've noticed that it's there.
The trunk?
That's what everyone looks at. That's what everyone looks at the trunk. Wait. And
All right, who wants to be the
who is
opening it in case it's a mimic?
the acolyte looks at it like, that's weird. There's only one trunk. When did the second one come in here?
Oh no. Okay, who's doing this?
It's then that Vladislav just walks up to it, takes a sword, and just stabs the top of it, and nothing happens. Well, he then pulls his sword out. Well, that's a relief. He then sheathes his sword and then uses part of the handle to bash the lock open. And as it opens up, it is a very ornate mask, and it has hands covering its mouth as he picks it up. Hey, Bella, do you know what the hell this thing is?
That is one of the 3 keys that will open up our sister's domain. She almost says the word coffin, but she delays it because she knows that because she knows that the last time she saw Bella, she was getting dragged off by their mother. The last time Bella saw her sister Claudia was when she got dragged off because she rose her voice at Lord Strahd.
Everything okay there, Bella? Like, Vladislav notices the pause and just confronts her on it.
Claudia, right before all this, got rather livid at Strahd and demanded that he give her Valenta to murder.
Who's this Valenta woman?
One of his pet. A pet that he... could you repeat that, Serena? Sorry.
I was say, by Soretta, how many wives or pets does this man have? Certainly sounds like a collector more than a husband.
Well, Lady Ludmilla and Mother are brides out of arrangement. Ludmilla was his apprentice, and Mother was the last of the Corvinus line, so it made sense why he would turn them into brides.
Corrupt the bloodline and you can have the throne to yourself.
Not the first time I've seen that tactic.
Whereas that harlot bore resemblance to someone, I don't know who, but apparently Lord Strahd said that she was familiar to him. Although then again, she's also an heiress to House Karolova, and well, 2-in-1 deal.
So that one, it was more for political power among the lands then.
That and the fact that, well, she doesn't hide that her and Lord Strahd are intimate for reasons I can never understand.
He also just shrugs. Some demented people like Strahd probably need someone to pound.
I do not want to think about this man's sex life. Can we just move on?
Well, now then there's Valenta. She's his personal attack dog and assassin. And
So an executioner then?
you could say that. And she's the reason why we thought you were dead.
This surprises him. I'm sorry, what?
She went on a rampage in your hometown of Berez, killing everyone, including your parents, Eon and Theodora.
This comes as a shock to him, but he's just bottling it down to worry about for later.
So,
why would she do that?
Apparently, she decided that she wanted tribute from Berez herself, since Berez usually offered tribute in the form of all their crops to not only Lord Strahd's men, but also to the other villages of Valaki and Barovia. Valenta decided that she wanted Eon and Theodora's child as her tribute.
Does this shock everyone?
No.
No. Sadly, this is kind of fitting what those diary entries I was reading is and everything else we've seen.
With a sigh, Vladislav just then walks to the door. Alright, well, we can worry about the rest of this later. He then grabs the doorknob. Everyone ready?
Yep.
He then opens the door, and you all start to walk out and file out into the hallway. Alright, so which way back to the main entrance?
Bella then points in the direction that they need to go.
Well.
Oh, so, Vladislav. Could you do
Vladislav then turns to Bella. Yes?
I was hoping you could do me and my sisters a great favor.
And what might that be?
Free our father.
He then takes a moment to think about it and then turns back to her. I'll do the best I can. I can't guarantee anything.
Basically, you help us find Claudia. I already know, from what I can guess, Mother has rigged this place to only unlock where he is with her death. And if it means getting our father back, then so be it.
Gee, I was already expecting her to be on our fight list.
This surprises Vladislav that she would want to kill her own mother. You want me to kill your mother?
You don't know. After what happened
Soldat
in
goes up
November,
to Vladislav and puts his hand on his shoulder. Vladislav, trust me, from what little I've already heard and gathered and put together, this woman's a piece of work, and that's putting it nicely. This is not someone I would even consider hesitating to throw a firebolt in the face of. And I would hesitate with Strahd, not even if I was forced to fight him, because I'm not certain it would hit.
He sighs as he opens up the door into the dining room. I'll try. He then opens the door to the dining room, and then you all follow. And then, seeing the last door, he marches over to it, as if a man on a mission.
Zaretta is kind of impressed.
He then opens the next door. And it's to the main hall. He then sees the typewriter in the corner, and then looks over at Soldar. What's that contraption over there?
I am not 100% certain. It seems to be something for writing in a mechanical sense. I am honestly half tempted to grab the thing and bring it back just for the sake of seeing what would happen if we introduced it to the world.
oh, you're curious about that? Let me show you.
Okay.
She then
He then follows Bella to it.
Soldat
She then,
follows as well.
She then pulls some paper out of the drawer underneath it and then loads it into the typewriter and then starts typing her name and Claudia and Drusilla and Ephraim.
Huh. Definitely faster than a quill and pen.
Also more efficient when it comes to saving on space. This is...
Quite the efficient contraption.
This
You
could
don't
be...
have to where I'm
This...
from.
This... Okay, my mind's suddenly getting inspiration out of nowhere, which means I'm probably seeing things AO's aware of elsewhere. This could go insane in how it could spread writing around. Because it would not only make it easy for those who can't use a quill all the time to potentially write stories or anything. This makes it easy to mass produce things.
It's then that Vladislav just physically inspects the typewriter and then feels a name on the side of it, and he looks. This catches his interest, and he looks to the side, and it says Heisenberg Resurrescue or Lezarescu. Heisenberg Lezarescu?
Oh, that's our uncle. Auntie Alicia married him. And you could say he's your many times great grandpa?
This shocks him.
Vladislav, no offense, your family tree is weirded by the second.
Yeah, I never knew I had metalworkers in my family, I guess.
Oh, Heisenberg was a master of machinery. He was always tinkering with things, even though it annoyed Mother.
Why would she be annoyed? This contraption looks like it revolutionized stuff.
She didn't like the noise it made.
It is kind of loud, but given the ease of producing written works, I know plenty of guilds that would put up with it for ages. Like guilds,
Apparently, he
paladin,
also
holy orders, everyone.
made this thing called a. He also made this other machine. I think it was called like a gramophone. Got this big looking tube thing on it that has sound come out of it when touched to like this round thing.
Vaslav shrugs. It is then certain that you remember that you had earlier during the death house that you had used it to type out something, and you feel like you have the need to let's see, to type out stuff, such as to make sure that you are of sound mind. Perhaps you would like to type more stuff right now. And if you do, please put it in DNDR, please. Serena?
What? Oh,
Uh,
sorry. Sorry.
It's okay. Basically, he's asked. You remember? Basically, you remember from a time when you last touched this machine. You actually had written, "I will take back what he has stolen from me, and I will spill his blood if it's the last thing I do." Do you decide that you'd want to write a little something extra on this device?
Yes. D&D art.
Yes, in
Yes.
DNDR.
Just write down your message in there.
All right. Sorry.
It's okay.
All right.
We get.
It is then that Miss Soretta walks up to the machine, now knowing some more revelations about Vadislav's lineage, and that apparently his lineage has more than just simply being a farmer's boy, but also part of a line of machinists and tinkerers. And then as you type out your message on it, everyone is impressed that you managed to somehow sort of master typing on it. And then I'm gonna have Vladislav roll a perception check.
Okay, for him, 1d20 plus 1.
Okay. So, thankfully for you, Mr. Rita, he barely notices the pinpricks on your neck, but he doesn't speak of it. In fact, he keeps that tidbit to himself to ask later, for when you guys are out of danger.
Lenore realizes what he's looking at, but she remembers the threat that they had given her, so she chooses in that moment to keep her mouth shut because she knows better than to talk.
And as you type, Miss Soretta, what do you type out to add to your previous note?
I will lay my clan, my sister, my mother to rest. So saith all my name as an umbra.
Rolling an insight check.
All right, roll me insight check, please, Sildar.
16.
All right, so you definitely noticed what she wrote. And what it could possibly mean. Do you decide to speak up about it?
Soretta.
Servant?
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to do this right. Soretta, is what you're writing out what I think you're writing out?
What do you think I'm writing, sorcerer?
How many? How many perished that night?
All of them, except me. What you are looking at right now is the last of the coven.
That's why.
Yeah.
That explains both why what happened earlier with Strahd did, as well as why you seem to have a single-minded goal towards getting that back. You do know that artifact needs more than one person to control it, right?
I don't care.
All right.
Yeah, so-
Remember, even though you wish to get any vengeance, if that thing starts to cause problems, we need to destroy it.
I'm ready for whatever problems or mischief this thing comes to me.
Very well, then.
Vladislav is good. Okay. Vladislav is going to roll an insight check as well to try and understand what you two are talking about, and he doesn't know. Oh, so now the stupid computer rolling dice hates the NPCs.
I told you these clankers are racist against humanity. That's why we need to suppress them.
Oh, by the way, do you want me to roll a physical die? I do have that right now.
Nah, this is fine.
It works for the
That is-
narrative. He doesn't have to be aware, technically, because most of this happened without him being there, so, you know.
Right.
It is then that he doesn't understand, but the only thing he understands is that apparently that night was very severe, especially from what he got from when his little talk with Miss Soretta. And he asks, "Are you sure you're going to be okay with going forward, Miss Soretta?"
Yes, let's just get this over with.
All right.
He nods, and as it is then that you guys hear footsteps coming from the second floor. And it is Reyes, Drusilla, Vasily, and Cher.
Where's Alcencia?
Oh, sorry, and Alcencia.
Yeah, right.
Is Inari in there too?
Yes, Inari is there too.
Okay. Alcencia sees Soretta and is like, "Oh, thank the gods you're alive!" and just runs over to her and just hugs her.
Soldar quickly ducks out of the way and goes, "Well, I see you guys are all at least alive and intact for the most part. Also,
Not for lack of trying.
And I also see you all picked up some extras. So did we. Also, Vladislav is back.
It's been a very, very long night.
Quite honestly, I had to dive into his psyche to fight off a demon god.
And then, and of course, Alcencia's like, "What?
Yeah, that happened."
Vladislav is a little embarrassed at that as he sort of rubs the back of his head at that.
Soldar suddenly gets a sneaky look on his face and goes, "Also, turns out Vladislav is nobility."
Oh?
Oh yeah.
That's when Vladislav's face pales, and he then steps on Soldar's foot. Speak of this later, Soldar.
Why? Did you think I wasn't gonna tell her?
No, but I'll let my cousin suck your blood out if it's the last thing I do.
Oh,
so
oh,
keep it
right,
quiet
that's
for
right.
now.
We also met Vladislav's cousin. Hey, come over here. Meet one of his friends.
And then, of course, it's in this moment that Drusilla, one of the girls and someone the same age as Chelsea.
Hold on. Let me get my earphones.
You're perfect.
Hi.
Just introduced your
Perfect timing. We just met up with you. We just had the group all meet up.
and of course, Drusilla
Reunion.
then immediately yells, "Bella! Drusilla!" And then the two sisters immediately hug. "You're alive! I was worried you weren't. Tilly.
Oh.
You know my magic is stronger than you think. Not that I doubted your superior skills, Bella, but what was this about Vlad? He's
Right
alive.
here, ladies. Soldar
He's
immediately
alive,
shuffles
yay.
away to let him be glomped.
And of
Go
course,
on.
Drusilla
No
just
sonar. No sonar. He
and
tries
then
to
of course
grab
Drusilla just grabs him.
Soldar's.
And Drusilla just up and grabs him and just hugs him. Oh, you're alive!
Oh,
Yeah.
brother.
Yes, yes, I'm alive. Yeah.
Ladies, maybe don't
They're gonna
squeeze
make
his
him blue.
ones.
Throw some
Aurelius
back.
holds, Aurelius holds chair close.
And then of
Yeah.
course, Alcencia removes herself from the hug with Soretta. Oh, Cher, happy to see you. And then she notices
Oh.
on Cher's shoulder is Aurelius's arm, and she's like, "Okay, be honest. Who confessed?"
He did.
It was
Oh.
me.
Yeah.
Well, everyone remembers the rules. Pay out the bet. I'm
Yes,
aware you
yes,
guys were
I'm
betting.
not one to dishonor my agreements. And then, of course, she pulls out her coin purse and counts 5 gold coins and gives them to Soretta. That
Mhm. My instincts never fail me.
I should have betted on the paladin, but I had to have betted on the druid.
It is then that you all hear a cough, and it's from Vladislav. All right, now that we're together, we should probably focus on trying to get the hell out of here. Apparently,
And
from
then-
what Bella said, he then pulls out one of the very ornate porcelain masks. Apparently, these are what unlocks Claudia's domain, which should break the curse.
Nice. And then of course Bella and Drusilla nod their heads and produce their own masks.
Misk.
Well, I believe it was Aurelius that has the.
Right. Drusilla pulls
sorry.
the and
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. So it's either Alcencia or it was Aurelius that had the other mask that was given to them by the children from the attic, and the final mask was said to be in the graveyard. But it is Aurelius and Cher's part. Aurelius and Cher that have the key to the graveyard.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Well, I guess we have to free this Claudia then. And then, of course, Drusilla nods. And then she looks at Bella. You hear it too, don't you? And then Bella quickly listens. Oh.
Okay,
She's
ladies, please tell me what's going on.
Shenanigans.
Bella then comments, Sister is a berserker, and when she flies into a rage, she turns into a giant bat. And
dear.
there's no with her when she's in that state.
Is there any way to calm her
That-
down?
Tranquilizer.
She then quickly looks over at Vladislav and gives him a smile that says, "Hmm."
Oh dear Lord! Oh, for Ao's sake! He then just face palms as he's holding the ornate mask in his other hand. You have got to be joking. Why
Nope,
am I
that's-
the key to all of this bullshit?
Yes, you are. Also, your nobility. Please mind your tongue.
Fuck
And
off,
of course,
Solar.
Anarian's like, "Oh, so the soldier is actually a noble."
Yes, have fun. I'm not going to interrupt you teasing him this time.
And then, of course,
Anarian, you
Anarian,
speak over this, I will put a knife in your heart.
just a note. And then, of course, Anarian's like, "I'd love to see you try, especially with Alcencia by my side. Oh, and good luck with that if you want a potential war breaking out. Remember, she did threaten that."
You then just see him grumble as his sword hand tightens on its hilts. As he then just walks past everybody to the graveyard door. And as you all walk up to where the second base of the second floor is, where the Durst family portrait was, Vladislav looks up and then turns to Aurelius's group. Who's this family?
It's a bunch of ghosts.
Ghosts?
Yes.
Yeah, we dealt with plenty of ghosts.
Oh, great. So this house has had almost everything.
Bella.
Wait, I'm trying to remember. Did we deal with a mimic at all, or no?
About that, she then gestures at Vasily.
Silly.
I forgot to introduce you. This is Vasily. He helped us out.
Ah,
Greetings, mate. Before we decide to let you off to death, how about he then pulls his robes to the side, showing all the weaponry he has underneath his cloak. What are you buying, strangers?
that
Well, you're
depends on both the
selling.
price and what you have.
I got the finest wares, mate.
Mm-hmm.
It's then
Bombs?
that it is then that Vladislav just looks at him very like he has this look of distrust on Vasily, but Vasily just waves it off as just him being very nervous about newcomers, obviously. So, any of you wanna buy or sell anything, mates?
Uh,
How about later? Vladislav says.
And that Drusilla's like, just if I buy a new diary off of you, permission to shut up about your offers.
new diary. What happened to your old one? It broke.
I lost it somewhere in this
Oh,
mansion.
you lost it.
Uh,
We might have found it.
why
Oh?
do I think someone found it? I don't.
Elsensia guiltily. My apologies. We needed to know the truth of what was going on.
Oh, for crying out
And then-
loud! You should have at least told her.
It is then that Drusilla just carefully takes her diary from Elsensia. How much of it did you read? She pockets it.
thing.
Just some important bits that we needed to know about this place. Oh, and we found your mother's diary. It was an enlightening read.
Oh, great! Is she about as much of an evil harlot as I thought she was?
You have no idea.
Oh,
And
fun!
then
We're gonna need to fight her then, won't we?
Basically, Anarian's like, and then Anarian just bitterly says, "I resemble that remark," and then just practically throws the diary at Bella and Drusilla's general direction.
That's when Vladislav literally grabs Anarian by the shirt and shoves it into the wall. Be careful of the next words you speak, Anarian. I am merely allowing you to this party, but I could still banish you from it once we're done here. Be a bit more respectful.
The sooner I am out of this damn place, the better. You have no idea what's been flashing through my mind ever since we arrived.
Trauma.
You don't think I understand? You don't think I understand? I have to live with chronic nightmares of being killed all the time in various different ways. And I've seen it happen to men under my command. So
Wait,
give me
what?
that bullshit.
Oh boy.
Okay, you
Time to
two
get
hold
angry.
it right now. What do you both mean? And no more secrets, either of you. That's going to potentially risk our lives.
Later. He then
No.
pushes
No.
Marion back into the wall.
Soldar immediately grabs his shoulder and shoves him into the wall while putting the other on an Arian. No, both of you start talking or I'm going to start flinging firebolts.
Anarian quickly breathes in. I was the creation of Severin Chiazar, a vampire lord of Neverwinter.
A great morning.
200 years, I was nothing more but a rat inside a maze. for his own bloody amusement. This place looks almost identical to it, as well as the goddamned puzzles in this place that he would load with traps and other things to torture us. Sometimes he would order us to torture ourselves. He took particular pleasure in my pain. He said, my screams sounded sweetest.
Okay, stop. Soldat takes his hand up for Narina. Okay. Keep it together. Hopefully we're not here much longer. We can at least find her sister, deal with their mother, and get out of here. Now, as for you, Vladislav, what do you mean? Dreams of you who being killed and then them happening to your men?
Red herring. I agree, it is a red herring.
Sure.
Solar, I have been the captain for the past 5 years of my life. I've had to watch men die in front of me, and you will see me complaining about the woes of my life.
So
that is what I'm trying to get across to a Narnian.
Vladislav, that's not what caught my attention. It was the order you phrased it. You implied that you had the dreams of you dying, and then saw your men die in the same fashion you did in your dreams. Now, is that the case or no?
Gee, it's almost like when you're surrounded by death, you get guilt by association, and having been the sole survivor, Soldar. He then leans in and whispers.
Then say the order better next time.
Fine. But he then leans into Soldar's ear and whispers, I'll speak of it. I'll speak of the other bitch you know later.
Fine.
We're in private company. I don't trust Vasily.
Fine.
Vasily.
All right.
And it's in this moment that Drusilla and Bella are just staring in shock at the diary that they've read. Bella practically falls to her knees, and Drusilla has her hand over her mouth, looking as if she's going to throw up.
Vladislav then walks up to the ladies and just pulls the diary from them. Don't distress yourselves right now, please.
How
we
bad?
Knew Mother. Bella's like, we knew Father hated men, but we didn't think she would go that low.
You said father, not mother.
My bad.
Really reading the diary, he kind of side-eyes Vladislav as well.
Basically, I meant to say, Bella says, we knew Mother hated men, but we didn't realize, we thought at least she loved Father. And, of course, she starts tearing up at this, and then Drusilla's like, to think that she did that to him just so she could get us out of it.
Vladislav's shoulders sag as he pulls them both into a very comforting hug because he knows that as of right now, his words might not mean anything, but hopefully this hug will.
The two sisters immediately grab him and hold him, and Bella just lets out a shrieking sob, and Drusilla just starts crying, just shielding her, just burying her face in his chest, just trying to muffle the tears.
What does Sharon Strahd think of all of this?
Miss Rena, you there?
Sorry. I'm sorry. I was snoring a little bit.
Basically, it's okay. Basically, the two sisters found out the dark truth about their mother, and they're practically crying into Vladislav's chest.
Zara's both entertained and intrigued by what's going on. It's just that it's a lot of sensory overload happening to her. She's trying to process several different things. Now, she wants to inquire about the girl's mother, but she understands it's not the right time.
And, of course, what does Cher think about the sisters just having a meltdown? Their mom was a monster.
It both feels angry and pathetic, and angry that saws a pebble on the ground and kicks the pebble over.
Do you want to give them a hug and help them feel better?
Yeah. I give him a hug.
Oh, that is wholesome enough for a painting.
Sadly, we don't have the time for one.
No.
Bella then looks at the druid. Thank you for that. She then realizes that she's got elf ears. You're awfully cute.
Thank you.
And she's like, I'm going to have to ask you about 1,000 questions about druid magic and how it differs from wizarding magic.
It's sparkly, magical, and whimsical. It's powerful.
Don't you draw your power from the land or from a nature god or goddess?
Yes. Well, it's like, yes. No, it's a power god. The grass.
Basically, the goddess you worship is Shantia, the grain goddess, the earth god, basically the grain mother, the mother of all.
The mother of bread.
Note to self, ask about this particular goddess later.
Okay.
It is then
And-
Aurelius. It is then that Aurelius holds up the key to the graveyard. What do you say, Aurelius?
We still we still have a promise to keep to the young ones.
And
Vladislav
Drusilla dries her eyes real quick and nods. Yes, especially since I feel responsible for their state of being.
Vladislav and everyone in Vladislav's company looks at them confused. What happened while we were separated?
Elcynthia's like, let's just say there's those ghosts we mentioned that were in the attic. They requested that their bones be buried and they just requested that their remains be given a proper burial.
He nods and then looks at.
Drusilla just bluntly states, because she knows Bella needs to hear this, Mother murdered the entire family and they were the only survivors, but they starved to death. Bella then covers her mouth and she's like, and Bella's like, silent resignation. Given what she's done to father, this doesn't seem outside her typical behavior, her pattern of behavior now.
With a sigh, Vladislava walks up to Aurelius. You want to do the honors of unlocking the graveyard then, Aurelius?
Aye.
And with that, Aurelius takes the graveyard key and opens up the lock. Many twists, the many grinding of gears and cranks and stone move as the gates opens wide to the outside graveyard. And as everyone walks forward, there's already three graves dug right next to the Lord and Lady Durst.
Well, at least that makes it. And then, of course, Anarian just pipes up. At least we'll make that job of burying them that much easier.
Assuming there's anything left to bury.
They all turn to Aurelius and share. Do you guys have the kids' remains?
Yes, we have them in this bag. Also, break immersion. I have to go eat. I'll be right back. I'll bring it upstairs.
Okay.
Aurelius, you take out for Aurelius. You take out three separate bags of sorts, and they contain the bones of each child. Vladislav and Sildar take one, and they each gently place it into the already into the holes in the ground, and then Vladislav takes it upon himself to start putting the dirt over the graves. He then sings the Light of Adon, the Guardians of Daggerforth's burial song, as he finishes burying the children.
Elcynthia then quickly breaks out her violin and starts playing the song titled The Ashokan Farewell. Give me 1 second, there's a stupid ad. Don't worry, it's copyright free since it's a traditional Irish song. Can you hear this?
No, not on our end.
No.
Can you hear that?
You may have to screen share it.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Let me pull this up real quick. Just let me know if you can hear it, okay?
Mm-hmm. Audio's coming through on my end. It should be. Yep. Okay, since this is a live performance, now might be a good time to cut it.
Okay.
Just play safe.
Yeah, like I said, it is a royalty-free song because it's a traditional Irish tune from our world.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the Light of Aden, because it's Haley music and it's copyright free by order of Microsoft. I got it up for you, and we'll just play a couple of seconds of it. You're ready, servant?
Yep.
Flundi eni orbidi gal an wirial sig ni bifnib an eindrechi.
But yeah, this is the Guardian of Daggerford's burial song. And with the burials properly done, and with the scene coming to an end, so Vladislav, Elcynthia look at the masks, and then Elcynthia, remembering that there's supposed to be one in the graveyard, they see a mask upon the patriarch of the Durst household. Or they see the mask on the grave of the patriarch of the Durst household that had died.
Well, I think we finally found our missing mask.
Aurelius, then, Miss Soretta, would you like to take the mask, or who would like to take it?
I'll take the mask.
Miss Soretta then takes the mask from the grave, and then Vladislav, Soretta, and Inocentia look at each other, and then with a nod from Vladislav, they place the masks upon the imprints for the masks, and the crypt opens up. And as it opens up, the three of you take a couple of steps back as Bella and Claudia Bella and Drusilla step forward behind the three of them, you two and Vladislav, as giant feet are heard coming out of the crypt, and what comes out of the crypt is a giant bat and it's looking angrily at everyone.
And then, of course, it screams. I obviously can't scream it because I promised I'd be quiet. It screams, blood! I want her blood!
Oh, joy.
Isn't that Bella Drusilla step forward behind? Step forward.
Sister! And Drusilla, and of course, they both yell sister at her to try to catch her attention.
It is then that the massive bat creature that is Claudia Corvitas looks down at her sisters. Bella? Drusilla? She then looks at everyone else, her rage having a glimpse of reprieve. Who are all of you?
Bit of a long
Basically,
story. We got herded in here. Do we want to tell?
Basically, Bella steps forward. They saved our lives, and they're here to help you.
So
Claudia
puts
looks down.
both his hands up in a very disarming manner. Basically, not pointing them at her, say to imply, "Not here to cause trouble. Not here to cause trouble. Please don't hurt me."
She then looks at Claudia. Then looks at Soldar at his attempts, but then back down at the four women and Vladislav beneath her. What? And you all see her slowly de-transform from her bat form into the form of a rather beautiful, if not a little muscular woman. Woman with black hair and red eyes, her ears obviously not being that of a pointy ones like a vampire would. And Aurelius, what are you thinking of all of this?
Aurelius.
Reyes?
Oh, right. Sorry, brain went on me.
Well, these are the abominations that you swore to Lathander that you destroy, but at the same time, this is just a family of 3 siblings that have been torn apart by fate. Do you choose do you choose to show mercy, Paladin, or do you choose to show Lathander's glory by smiting them?
I would say show mercy, considering they are literally not doing anything to us right now.
Even though, all right then, Aurelius, even when you hear, even though you feel an immense rage within your heart, because it is against Lathander's lights to let undead live, your heart turns to more compassion, given everything you have learned, and
Right.
and the hand on your warhammer is removes itself from the handle.
Soldar glances directly in Aurelius's direction to make sure he doesn't have to restrain him.
And it is then that Claudia looks upon the women and Vladislav before her. What? Where is she? Where is that bitch?
Bella and Drusilla quickly put their hands on her shoulders. She will be dealt with. Besides, why get revenge on her when our family, when Auntie Alicia's family lives?
Claudia looks at Bella, just sticks her head. Her line doesn't exist anymore, though.
We're wrong. She then looks at she then gestures at Vladislav. He's descended from Auntie.
Claudia looks up at at Vladislav, she notices that he looks, strangely enough, the bone shape of his face looks like a lot of her aunt Alicia. No way. You look a lot like her.
Zoldar gets a sudden
It
urge
is.
to be shall we say smarmy on me, and then says, Vladislav, introduce yourself to your cousin.
He then gives Soldar a death glare before looking at Claudia. Hello? He sort of shyly, yet very awkwardly waves to her. What does Elsetia and Soretta thinks of this?
They think Elsencia's thinking, I am not going to let him live this down.
So
And Anar-
the rest
And-
is similar.
And of course, Anarian's just chuckling behind his hand because this is just getting juicy for him.
What do you try to say, Serena?
She's taking something. Soretta's taking something similar.
Basically,
Soldar is plotting how exactly he has to introduce who's Vladislav to his employer, the lady, when they finally get out, because he remembers her reputation of having strict standards for other nobles, and this is something she will have to correct.
Claudia then looks at Vladislav, seeing her aunt's features in his facial structure, seeing his black hair and blue eyes, and also pale complexion. She realizes, you're Barovian. Yeah, I sort of figured that when we entered the mists. Do you think you can take over for Claudia a little bit more?
sure. She then raises her hands and then collapses at his face. Not in a I'm gonna crush your skull kind of way, but in a way of like she's just looking at the similarities that she's known. This is her. She can see Auntie Alicia. She can see her cousin Ricardo. She can see Eon. She can see Kristoff. Every single cousin that she cared about and loved is right in front of her right now. That's all she sees in her mind. And then, of course, she just starts tearing up and starts crying, and then she just grabs him and just starts hugging him. I thought you were dead!
Yeah, so did everyone else, apparently. Oh God, my ribcage.
Sorry. And then, of course, she draws her hand back, realizing that she's gripping hard. I don't know my own strength.
It's all right, miss. Oh God, you ladies really don't know your own strengths, do ya?
Claudia more so than usual because, well, and this is Claudia talking, because Claudia can lift carts with one hand.
This causes him to blanch even paler than his initial skin color. I'm sorry, what?
Claudia's berserker. She punched things really, really hard. They get knocked out.
I see.
Well, that could be helpful.
Vladislav then turns the bell. Or sorry, go on.
But Claudia confused. Claudia locked up because she yelled at Strahd because Claudia thought family dead. How? Why? Why was Claudia locked up at all?
Based on what I've pieced together from everything we've all seen, read, heard, everyone thought they were all dead. So you were, in fact, right to yell at in your eyes because you thought they were dead rightly because no one had proof Vladislav had lived, and we don't still know how that happened. That one's still a blank we don't have an answer to.
No, Claudia, never yell at Mommy. Mommy said, Claudia, never yell at Strahd. Punish me severely. Lock me up.
That's when you all see Vladislav just grab Claudia by the shoulders. Hey, it's okay. You had every right to be angry at the Lord, okay? Your mother overreacted. She overreacted.
But Mommy's always right. And Bella and Drusilla are like, no, she was wrong, especially in how she treated you, Drusilla, and me. What? Bella and Drusilla quickly whisper in her ear back to back, and they tell her in very simplistically what Mommy had done to them and to their dad. Claudia's eyes just start burning with rage, and you can see her ears start to turn into that of a bat and her teeth getting elongated.
Claudia, I appreciate you being angry at your mother for being that much of a vile person. Please hold off until we actually find her, then we'll let you go to town, okay? Please? Save the
Then, of course,
reach.
Claudia then looks at Soldar. Mommy is in cellar. Bring Claudia to Mommy.
Okay.
Mommy.
Okay, just stay calm till we can get there. Please tell me you ladies know the quickest route to the cellar from here.
It is then that
I agree. We
Vladislav.
need to make this quick.
It is then that's Miss Soretta and Drusilla remember. Wait, they had to put special necklace imprints into a wall. That means one is inside the crypt. Miss Soretta?
Oops.
I'm still here. Necklace inside a wall.
That's when
That right to a prior event.
It looks like Shadow's back. Hi, guys.
Hey,
Don't worry.
Alice.
You missed the family drama, don't worry, but we now have another ally now.
Oh boy, it's Alibi. Ally.
Basically, her name is Claudia. She likes to punch things very, very hard, and she can also turn into a giant bat.
Oh,
And Claudia talked like this.
talk like this.
Like she talks in third person.
I love third person talking. That's me.
To be fair to Claudia, one of the characters that inspired her was my mom's berserker character named Mongo, who was in turn inspired from the same character, the character of the same name from Blazing Saddles.
Ah, Mongo.
Mongo. Do the Mongo.
What was the question posed to my character? Was this in reference to an event that happened in a previous adventure?
Yes,
Possibly.
I said that Drusilla and Soretta remember that in order to free the House of Magic, they had to place particular amulets that were around the girls' necks into a imprint either in the wall or in some area. So that means there has to be one within the crypt.
Follow me.
Yeah, Soraya,
Go ahead, Miss Rena.
I gotta say, this reminds me of something. We might find more answers if we go into the crypt.
Soldar
But it needs to
remembers
be-
the amulet as well. Olin goes, oh, wait, that's right, that amulet. The one that was the symbol of House Corvinus. That might be a hint of what the other one looks like then. Look for house symbols.
Drusilla then immediately stopped because she knows exactly what she's talking about.
It is also that there are 3 glowing lights, and it's coming from the pockets of several several of you guys. Essentia, or sorry, but it is in Aurelius's pockets, and well, sorry, it's gonna be from Essentia, Anarian's, and Seretta's pockets.
Elsensia, Aurelius, and Soretta.
Sorry, Aurelius, Essentia, and Seretta.
All right,
In your
I'll
pockets
be back in a sec.
are
I gotta go to the
glowing
restroom real quick.
Okay.
stories. And the three of you look into your pockets and you pull out the cards that were given to you all from Madame Eva.
Arriba.
And of course, Elsensia notices, wait, this is your card, Aurelius. During the card reading.
Right.
And you
Where's
now
my card?
It'll come up, Chelsea. Don't worry.
Okay.
No worries.
And do you want me to read out? The what Madame Eva said, or do you want to do it?
Me?
I can't remember what it was. It was a little bit.
I was
It's probably
asking.
some gibberish.
I was asking her. My bad.
Oh,
It is
okay.
then that you all remember Eva's words. Ah, the one sword avenger, all were wronged by vampires and seeking justice and revenge. I believe every single one of you have been wronged by a vampire across your lives. Eight of
Yes.
Stars necromancer. Unhealthy obsessions. It is then that Serena and Aurelius remember her looking at the both of them. There are things that are unhealthy to come after. And
Hey
it may
guys,
even cause your downfalls.
I'm gonna have to break character for a moment. I'm gonna have to hit to bed
Okay.
early. I'm not focused right now.
Okay. Good night.
Okay.
Get well soon.
Night.
Yeah. See you next week for the next session.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Okay.
Saturday.
Saturday. Yeah,
Saturday.
sorry.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
See you
right,
guys.
right. Saturday.
All right. Good night.
Night.
Good night.
Night. And it is then that there is 5 coin, shared goals. And it was from Soretta. It was on Soretta's person. And you all remember, all of you have the shared goal of defeating Strahd. But
You?
much like with the warning of the necromancer, do not let these obsessions control you, otherwise it will lead to your downfall.
It's a sin. Don't let it corrupt you or something. Yes, sure. That's right.
So then, of course, Elsensia's like, odd. I got this card. You got this card, Aurelius. Why isn't it in my pocket?
Swapped it
Very
out.
peculiar.
Sorcerer, what do you think of this?
Oh,
Sorry.
that's right. He did have to. He had to step away. Remember?
All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Improv.
Do you guys mind if I hold on.
I'm doing somersaults. And I was doing puzzle.
My
If
apologies.
you do,
All right.
It's okay.
Where were
worries.
we?
Okay, so basically, 3 cards that Madame Ava gave us just are now starting to glow from within our pockets, and we all pulled them out. But it's between my character, Aurelius, and Soretta. I'm going to be temporarily playing as Soretta for now because Miss Rena had bed, so we're going to have to wrap this up as soon as possible.
Fair enough.
I get the card thing with the gold. I guess I do. Or not.
Yours, I promised Chelsea, yours is going to come up later.
No, I was. My headphones were on. I just want on the.
Basically, for some reason, Elsensia and Aurelius's cards got switched.
Hmm.
Because
yeah.
I ate
In
my
the
card. It was
initial
delicious.
in the initial reading, Alcencia got the swords card, whereas Aurelius got the necromancer.
Necromancy.
Now they have switched.
Refresh my memory. What did Madame Ava say about the necromancer card?
Basically, Eight of Stars necromancer is a sign of unhealthy obsessions, and she directed it. And she directed that line at both Soretta, Aurelius, and Alcencia. One of Swords Avenger all were wronged by vampires, and they all seek justice and revenge. Where Soretta's card was 5 of coins, and it was a card about shared goals. But for some reason, Alcencia's card got switched out with Aurelius' card now. So she's wondering why the heck is she now getting the necromancer, but yet why is Aurelius getting the swords?
Soldav puts his head into a thinking position and ponders, and then goes, if I had to guess, I would say, because the unhealthy obsessions seem to, for Aurelius, be leaving to the point where he is able to more focus on being a proper paladin despite anything else that may crop up for him.
Right.
As for you, you're the vampire lover. I can make many a guess as to what the heck an unhealthy obsession could be, including trying to join him. So
and then, of
which
course,
is it on your end?
Alcencia's just suddenly just like, oh crap, he's seeing right through me. And if he sees right through me, that means Anarian could see right through me. Crap, what am I gonna do? Basically, she's got this panic look in her eyes in this moment, but she's not saying anything, but she's like...
I wasn't even trying to see right through you, and your panic says I hit a bullseye. Without trying. Calm down already. Jeez, you're not the first one to have those obsessions. You won't be the last.
And then, of course, Anarian. And then, of course, this has Anarian's eyebrow perk up. Darling, did the reason you accept this mission was because you were... And, of course...
Anxious.
Like, crap. Oh, crap, he's on to me.
Oh, for crying out loud. Are you seriously this much of a fool to not realize there are multiple ways for him to lose the vampire corruption and not die easily?
Anarian's like, well, to be fair to her, we were finding dead end after dead end in our world.
Okay, no, that makes sense then. If
and
you
then,
kept
course,
finding dead ends. There are certain orders that will have clerics with such spells and abilities available to, and at least 12 rituals I'm vaguely heard of. Though on those, you two will have to at least consider it also as a marriage ceremony, so I suggest you start planning thoroughly.
And then, of course, this has the both of them going, wait, what?
Did you think I didn't hear about many things? I have been wandering for longer than I was a paladin, and I was a paladin for a good number of years.
Wandering's the only thing you do, apparently.
Wandering and know a whole bunch of things.
Smart ass.
That is the way of the paladin, just pondering.
Pondering, wandering, and doing a billion things. Anyway, on point. You don't need to seek being a vampire. Seriously. It's a damnation because you have no guarantee of not being enthralled to whoever grants you it. And Strahd's one of the worst.
Plus, you'll get birds in the sun. Can't go outside.
Yeah, sure. I'm aware. I'm aware of that. Please let me finish. There's one other thing I need to make point of. Strahd's reputation is the way it is for a reason. He's either going to make you his own personal servant with no real thoughts of your own, or if he lets you have your own personality, he will bring out your worst and most corrupting parts he can. His reputation isn't exactly nice. There's a reason when I heard about the Corvinus line being tied in, I had some hope he had a sense of sanity.
Sanity.
And then, of course, Alcencia is like, well, after finding so many dead ends, I was desperate for something just so I could be with him for as long as we can. Just so
No,
I could be with him forever.
I understand. Calm down, deep breaths, don't freak out over this. I know of a few places off the top of my head that are still around that can help you too. And yes, at least one of them will have access to the rituals I mentioned, so calm yourself.
I'm here too.
And then, of course, Anarian's like, oh, really? Like how those Lathandrans tried to help us by killing me.
Lathandrans are not a wise one to go to unless you have an oath of non-violence from them in place.
Anarnian, I have to ask this. Did you really think you're going to get anything out of them at all?
My phone.
Well, we were given. And then, of course, Alcencia was like, well, we had a lead. We wanted to go through with it. And since my sister had connections, we thought we'd make good on it. But no, apparently not even being the heroes of Neverwinter was enough to get them to not want to kill my love.
No, again, it's the freaking Lathandrian Paladin orders. Our friend here will hopefully forgive me for being blunt. They have a smite first and don't ask questions if possible policy. Meaning they wouldn't have probably just tried to kill you, Anarnian. They'd have tried also to kill her for being connected in any way to you. And if they found out you were lovers, they wouldn't hesitate for a second. When I say they have a smite first policy, I mean it. Even if it meant that particular order that did it wound up having a bounty on their heads, they would do it regardless.
And then, of course, Anarian's like, and let me guess, all these rituals require the aid of gods, and those gods did jack shit for me when I was imprisoned by Severin. And he practically spits out the name like a slur.
You do realize that most of the gods would require consent for those rituals. While being stuck with Severin, you were under mind control, right?
Right.
I was but a puppet on his string. No one came to save me, and no one did anything for me. The great and the good didn't exist, so therefore, the gods did jack for me.
The gods couldn't move for you because they had an inability to act unless you spoke up. You couldn't, so they couldn't. When hands get tied on a divine level, hands get tied. Again, I have dealt with being a Lathander Paladin and now currently a servant to Ao. I am all too aware of the rules.
We know.
I am not trying to belittle you. I am saying, now that you are free, which I believe you are from what you've said, you have every chance to undo it. They will help you, and gladly, because this will be counted in their books as a wrong left for too long, that most of their orders would have been ignoring. And believe me, they will be having some words after the ritual anyway with those in those orders for not reaching out to you immediately. Because I'm betting you came across a few already who acted like they couldn't help you.
The only thing that was given to me from the divine was a song from the god of song. Although, of course, our darling over here got enamored with him.
Enamored.
I'll explain why she's a bard.
And then, of course, Alcencia's like, well, it was thanks to him doing that for you that I realized that maybe we could have a chance at finding a cure for your vampirism, darling.
Yes,
that's
more than likely why he said that, why he gave that, because that's the only way you two were going to be able to have it is if the vampirism was removed. And he's from what Ao told me, he's kind of sentimental about stuff like that. He loves him a happy ending, but the key word there is ending, not eternity.
Me.
And then, of course, Alcencia just doesn't like the fact that someone could still be taken from her in death because she had lost 2 lovers. She doesn't want a third one to happen to her.
All right, if you're gonna be this much on it, contact your druid friend after we're done here. I'll give you guys places I know that can, and at least attempt to undo it with normal spells, if not pull off the rituals. Well, last I checked, and I checked at least a year ago, they were fine. I mean, if they're somehow no longer there, then somebody's been going on a smiting campaign against religious holy orders.
Does this religious thing have to do with a sacrifice?
No.
No.
No, thankfully, no. Oh, because otherwise I'd have
mean,
questions as to what
thank
happened
the
to the
gods.
leadership. Yeah. No, at that point, I'd
I knew
probably
the
be
answer was gonna be
directed
quote,
into
no,
a
anyway.
complete... He'd summon meteor on them, or just find a way to smite the building.
Well,
Not even a lobotomy.
given the fact that Baldur's Gate went through the absolute crisis where a cult worshipping a elder brain got exposed, and then the cult of the flower in Neverwinter, I think you might have to check in on those holy orders that you mentioned that you have connections to.
Oh, I'm already ignoring the ones I'm aware of anywhere near that shenanigans. I found out shortly before this that some of them were off the rocker, and at least 2 others were suspected. Those ones are on my visit list after this assignment. Because
Do
I
I
am
roll a
expecting to go
precision
in.
check? Or is it just Laura's story time stream?
It's just partially lore. We'll wrap this up in a bit.
Yeah, I was mostly just out for the bet.
Yeah.
It's okay, sweet.
Eh.
It's all good.
All right.
If you want to bring up that Shantia is known for giving new life, so maybe
Yeah.
you want to bring that up?
Yeah, can I just give her a nickname? I don't really like using the royal names because I can't pronounce them.
Just call
The
her
goddess of life who can, if your lover is dead, she can bring it back to life.
Oh, that's
Bada bing,
right. I
bada boom.
forgot about that for a minute. Shanti, he's known for granting
Shanti.
that abilities to any of their druids. Just go with her back to her grove of where the rest of her druids are, and contact your own friend, and that shouldn't be too hard to do. Especially because
Well,
it's
he-
again
I'm
Shanti.
helping.
Well, he does worship Sylvanas, but given that they're nature-aligned gods, they might be able to help each other.
More than likely, they're already plotting, which is probably why she's here.
I agree.
Anyway, do you want to wrap this up here?
All right, then.
Alright.
Which way do we head next? Because I'm suspecting we have to deal with her mother and get that freaking amulet.
boss
Has anyone
fights.
found that yet?
Is then that Claudia just looks at her neck and just holds it up in her hand.
Of course, the other
You
one was
had it
around
full
your sister's
time?
neck. Why am I not surprised? Give it here. Let's find where it goes.
This is the only thing I have left of my mother. That they would say.
Not in this case,
What?
Chelsea.
Actually, in this case, it'd be like, but mommy gave it to me. You're not wrong, Chelsea.
Yeah,
spirit's
I know
there,
the
Chelsea.
story
You're getting
goes.
Yeah, your mother gave
Isn't
it
that
to you,
cla-
but it's what's keeping us all here, and keeping you and your sisters and your cousin in danger.
Okay,
Thank
Claudia
you.
gives.
Thank you,
I
Claudia.
understand.
Claudia expects that back.
As long as it's not fused into place, I will do so. So pats Claudia on the head.
I understand this feeling. I understand that feeling a lot when I was a kid and so to the temple.
All
She
right.
then and then has him ruffle her hair.
And with that, you all descend into her crypt, and you see the center pedestal that has the imprint of the necklace. And Sodar, as you place it into it, the pedestal lowers, and then you all feel feel a lot of almost cosmic energy begin to warp around the house. And then, after a couple of seconds, you're all are above ground.
Oh,
But still
above
in the
ground. Wow.
but still in the graveyard.
Huh.
And you all look back at the mansion, and it's no longer a mansion. It's a several-story house.
Did that house get smaller? And wasn't it the mansion?
The house got
I
smaller.
think it was. Vladislav just says out of awe.
Okay, that's impressive. That is, I am going to want to know how they did that, and I'm going to want the records, because now I am curious.
It is then that Claudia
And then
speaks up that it is then that the girls speak up because they always knew that this was the actual house. It's just that after Claudia helped her mother enchant the house, it just became that mansion with various different stories about it over the many generations. Diva?
Basically, Bella's like, this magic's old. This magic is old, almost tying into the land itself. Apparently, the original owner of this place, Durst, I think his name was, he inherited it. He inherited it from the last king of Borea. Gifted it to him, in fact.
Well,
Or, as you know it, as Barovia.
So then, why did it become that mansion we were all trying to fight for our lives in?
Because survival is key.
Because Mother deemed it too quaint for her tastes.
I worried that place felt of ego for some reason, and I couldn't place it.
Not to mention, she was the Countess of Barovia by title because of Strahd's bite. It only seemed fitting that we be raised in a better dominion. The Durst mansion, as you can see here, was once belonged to the head of the Durst household, but because he refused to swear fealty to Strahd, Mother was given the dominion. I think you can imagine. And since we just buried what was left of their kin, you can already guess what Mother did.
Yeah.
I don't know if Lord Strahd ordered her to do this, but when she said claim the Durst dominion, I thought maybe make an alliance, but no, she probably killed them because she could.
Mm-hmm.
You notice that she's thinking still highly of Lord Strahd and still coming to his defense, even though you have a suspicion that he very clearly said to kill whomever was in this mansion.
Mm-hmm.
Do you speak up about this, or do you keep your mouth shut, considering that these girls clearly look up to Strahd and would probably turn on you if you so much as breathe against Lord Strahd?
I won't breathe against old Strahd. I'll point something else out. You also thought highly of your mother before she did this to you. I will say this: don't be surprised if someone you look up to betrays you. I was chased out of Lathander's paladin order in my area, and not by my own choice, but because I questioned him on one thing that he should have been able to dissuade easily on. Don't make my mistake. Be ready in case you're wrong. Don't expect to be right. I don't want that for you. I would hope, honestly, in this case, he's not that way. But please be ready in case I'm right. I don't want to be. But I know better than to not tell you.
Vasily then speaks up. Actually, Mike, he does have stand, as you probably know, given your knowledge about Lord Strahd. Apparently, he is a man of his word. More than likely, he told the lady that they were to be her servants, but given how stubborn royalty can be, he probably resisted being a servant of his own household and was probably promptly slaughtered for it. But not out of, well, order of Strahd. Strahd is very, direct when he has an order given to kill someone.
Well, that's at least one good thing. He's at least had that reputation still be true. He's not the type to dance around or weasel word his way. If he wants someone dead, he says they are to be dead. If he wishes someone unremoved, they are to be removed. Someone doing this with his orders, it would at best irk him. At worst, he might try to maneuver them to be removed. Or executed, which... Oh, dear. Now I'm worried we've been manipulated into doing his own work.
And then, of course, Drusilla's like, well, I think that removes any and all guilt that I have towards doing this to Mother. Since it's most likely our Lord's will to take... our uncle's will that she be taken care of, let's do the job. I'd be more than happy to get it done.
Fair.
That's when Vladislav looks at Drusilla like, you call this vampire lord an uncle?
And then, of course, you're like, yeah, Uncle Strahd comes around often. One time Uncle Rahadin came by too. Hold on one second. I can't English because I have to not speak English when I'm playing Claudia.
Welcome to my world where I can't English.
Me fail English? That's impossible.
And of course, she's like, Uncle Rahadin was impressed with Claudia's strength, as was Uncle Strahd. And of course, Bella's like, and I myself could never call Lord Strahd uncle. He insisted on the title because we're technically family to him by blood, given that he's the one that gave our mother the immortal kiss.
Ah. Okay, in that case, Ace, that makes a little more sense to everything.
Uh-oh.
Let me just say, outside these lands, Strahd's reputation is, aside from he doesn't dance around his words, not the best.
Well, then of course Bella tries to speak up in his defense. Well, I can assure you, most people fear what I've seen in history is that most oftentimes speak ill of those in power to try to make them look bad to incur rebellions.
Yeah.
Or envy and jealousy.
I'll give you this. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some envy in that or potential jealousy. But most of what I've heard about warnings do not give the hint of rebellion. They bluntly say, do not bother. Flee or fight knowing you're most likely going to die, but don't bother trying to start a rebellion. It won't work.
Well, given the history of of Barovia after Lord Strahd took over, it's a testament to that. Trust me, there have pretty much been rebellions for as long as Strahd's been alive, not only from inside Barovia, but from forces coming in from outside to depose of him, but every single one of them failed.
That's when a candlelight appears above of Serena. So then, or sorry, Elsensia, because she remembers that in Drusilla's diary there was a mention of a prophecy, but it was ripped out.
So I'm going to guess that this might have something to do with this particular prophecy that we heard word about. And Drusilla's like, not while Mother is still here.
Okay, after.
I'm sure she's not.
Now, where's your mother going to be in the house, or are we going to not find her anywhere near here?
She'll be in the...
That's when you all feel a bit of a rumble. What you done to my daughters? And you all
great, more drama.
and you all feel the sound of vibrating from underground. So it's in the basement cellars.
Oh, fun. She's in the basement, meaning we could potentially bring the house down on her and us. Oh, this is going to get ugly.
Oh, this will be a glorious
Like,
battle.
yeah, let's find some firewood or something.
And then,
Oh,
of course,
that's-
I'm just grateful that it's no longer that maze. But he's like, I'm at least grateful it's no longer that bloody maze. And then, of course, Alcincia's like, agreed. At least we can figure out where she is coming from.
I'm gonna put some ice water on all of you. The house is now probably flammable.
Oh,
Isn't
and then,
that
of
what
course,
we want?
No,
And then,
because
of
we
course,
have we have vampires here who we don't want to get hurt, who happen to be Vladislav's cousins. Yes, unfortunately, we have
Oh.
that.
and then, of course, Soretta. Well, that makes it. Well, I guess that makes Eldritch Blast. Well, I guess that makes my job a lot easier.
Oh, I am not without
Basically,
my
you see
ways
that-
of dealing with this. It's just I have preferred to deal with many of the undead by setting them ablaze, and now I have a very flammable house I can't cut loose in. I'm gonna have to stick with.
Why don't we
freaking
just
guiding
taste the house
bolts.
to get fire that way? No, Cher, that's dangerous.
Jeez.
So, do you want to quickly wrap this up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been something hours. Anyway.
It's been almost 2.
It is with that you all enter the house through the backyard door. And with that, we shall end today's session.
The curtain drawn to the close.
Yes. Well, that's a fun time, everyone. And since we didn't say it at the start, please, if you are here at the end, like the video. Oh, comment down anything. We'll try and get back to you on it. And so if you haven't,
Also, if
please
you
hit
want gameplay, you can watch my streams, Chelsea Bunny 3, on Twitch.
yes, go watch the bunny, honey. Again, I will try and put the
Yeah.
link in the description, and also for the two bits of music we had play. Hey, just for those who want to hear the whole things later. Y'all have a good evening, morning, day, night, whatever. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.